you're really capable of doing as an alien, you know? You're just here on another planet. How do you treat a planet if it was really the first planet? They're giving you all the tools. Video games are tools to broaden your mind. What would you do if you owned a planet? Or no. What if you had the capabilities of traveling to every planet in the universe? Where would you start? Would you go to, if you find a planet that has everything you could ever dream of, would you just stay? What if you go to another planet and it has everything you didn't dream of? Now you get to experience a brand new reality. That's the real. That's what I'm on. For real. Like what have I not experienced? What have I not thought of? What could I not imagine? That's where I need to be. That's where I need to be. For real. It's a safety. Everything's about safety, and that's the worst thing you can do as a human being is be safe. Because what the fuck tells you that anything is not safe? So, what said that this wasn't safe? Who said that this is dangerous? Who said that comme ci, comme ça, blah, blah, blah? You know, all that bullshit means nothing. Means nothing. Go experience. Go entertain yourself. Enjoy yourself. Take the opportunity. Do it. Live it up. Travel the universe. Travel the galaxies. Technology, knowledge, unstable plasma. Yeah. You're a star child. You're a star being. Just get out there. Get out there. Shine. And if you're not, you know, what does a star do? A star it just explodes. You don't like where you are. You don't like your environment. Explode it and become a new being. Explode and become a new being. Go to another galaxy. Return to another dimension. For real. Locate the drop pod. Drop pod. Displacement value of particles or something like that. But it rests on this completely inelegant switching back and forth from one logic to another as the case requires. Which means the human observer is. Whoa, I just saw this dope blue ship. I'm gonna check it out. See how much he wants for it. One for a few minutes and then switch back to the other and go back and forth. And upon such shifting sand. Alright. License. Entire edifice of science. Birth certificate. Yeah, and social. Oh wait, Nicolette, did you need your social for anything? Did you need your social?
For what?
For any of the jobs or anything? Like, what do you need when you move to a new state?
You do have to have your social security.
Social?
One form of ID.
And one form of ID.
The regular government issued ID.
Passport. Well, passport ID, a regular government issued ID, any one form of ID.
Yeah.
And your social security card. And you'll be squared away. There it is. There it is. Yeah. License and social security card. One, yes. Government issued ID. Yeah, identification. Oh, some mail? Some mail? We can get mail sent to the house by I'm thinking. And that completely brings down 19th century expectations of how nature should
TT, how do you get mail sent to the house?
be for granted. I mean, there's a
Like,
radio
Tony, so I can have, yeah.
on it. What is such a united geographical situation?
something
Your hundreds of AM and radio stations.
Change anything that you have going to your current address, going to this address, to your new address. Call them, you need to change the address and tell them. Yeah, I'm thinking any bill, any paperwork whatsoever, have them, most likely a bill of some sort, have them transfer it towards the house. And that'll be your address. The Holy Ghost in the history. Electricity was the Holy Ghost. And I got put on a whole bunch of new wave teachers, etc. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's phase after phase. You a mage, you a warrior, you a wizard. You know what I'm saying? You working out the magic. You just reaching from one level of studenthood to the next. And you don't want to work too many words, because then it becomes spells against you. Speak with soul, speak with soul, speak from the soul. We speak soul.
People believe that we were created on September 15th, 4004. The steam engine was the most powerful form of technology. In the last 100 years, we have gone more than half of the distance that we've traveled in the last 50,000 years. And you can actually see the outlines of what it's all about. As caretakers of the earth, as caretakers of intelligence, because this is all the intelligence that we know. We must
Studio equipment.
come to terms with what
Oh yeah, it goes hand in hand with the podcast.
what is it that we are how can we rationalize
Mic,
order our
headphones, the
society
software.
and maximize the values that we
Facts.
inherently and intrinsically feel to be worth saving? Why did we fall into history? What were we afraid of?
Oh goddamn. You couldn't think. Yeah. Quite possibly, quite possibly.
Well, we were
Good time now.
we've already talked about it in operational terms, that we were as embedded
I'm about to go light speed.
the fathers and the
Go ahead, go ahead.
and the polar bear until 100,000 years ago or something like that. And then this ability to signify, it had something to do with our relationship to shamanism and psychedelic drugs.
Chico Brasi did it again.
Primates of all the types.
Oh yeah.
Practice.
What did I miss?
You always get male
She
dominance.
chose tags.
Male dominance was not invented
Here we go. Male dominance.
years ago. Squirrel monkeys have alpha male primates, and anthropoid apes, and all of the primates have this problem. But I really believe that we temporarily overcame it. About from, let's say, 25,000 years ago to 10,000 years ago, we temporarily overcame the tendency for male dominance to occur as a natural part of our being social animals. And this happened because shamanism,
Oh, he walking on a trampoline.
which relied on
Oh, he walking. On his feet. It's a child walking. His name is... I almost said Clarence.
Clarence.
Chauncey. He out here eating faces. Face eating Chauncey. Yeah. That's... This is... Chauncey. How old is Chauncey? I'm finna make chapstick out of your juices, Nicolette. I'm finna put it in people's pen. That makes sense. It makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. The juice chapstick. Niggas gonna buy it about $1 billion. Actually, women gonna buy it. Cause women love eating some pussy. They sure do. Organic egg rolls? That sound about right. All egg roll is something into something. I don't really see no meat in there. Is it? It's meat in there?
Psychedelic shamanism complex with an orgiastic religious style.
You said orgiastic. I just went back.
It makes it impossible to trace lines of male maternity. Women know who their children are because they see their children in their bodies.
You can't go wrong. Yeah. You can't go wrong, yeah? You can't. Consult the galaxy map. I'm about to grab this mission and upgrade my guild.
Not in any holier than thou or pietistic way. It's just simply how they work in the same way that the members of an ants don't flee from a problem because they're trying to save their own necks. They hurl themselves at the problem until it is solved because conservation of the group values is the most important thing. Well, when
Oh, I'm about to go kill 3 sentinels. They just told me I get a bonus for some stuff. I'm about to go do it. I'm about to go kill 3 sentinels. So I get a reward for killing them.
By virtue of this experience, you've seen another person come out of their body. It's never yet so firmly embedded this notion of their inviolate and unique self. So it's just biologically scripted into female.
I use tahini.
Several times in your life, you're going to be melted down into this.
Tahini is. It is.
In the absence of psychedelic plants or drugs, a male can go from birth to the grave and never have this experience. You know, and millions of people do that. And millions of people go from birth to the grave without ever discovering the relative
Sesame seed.
of the ego. They entirely identify it with the self, when in fact it isn't that at all. When we were, now the mystery in all of this is the fact that it's kind of reductionist to say that taking these psychedelic plants dissolves the ego, because there has to be something then which rushes into this now empty space where the ego previously held sway. what rushes into that liberated space is what I call the Gaian mind. That there is actually
The Gaian.
a hyper-intelligent being on this planet.
On the planet, you see?
Perhaps is this planet, but it is sentient. We are like atoms inside the body.
Working on our recovery. There's so much emotional recovery to be done. We have an emotional body underneath this quote-unquote physical body. This physical body doesn't freaking exist.
God Almighty is because we evolved on
It don't exist.
inhabited by
That's the fucking bull. That's the joke. That's the ha-ha matrix. This physical body don't exist. Blow a nigga the fuck out his shoes. His spirit standing right there. Standing right there. It didn't even know the body was dead. So he said, "Oh shit, I'm dead." Ah! If you wasn't ready for that, congratulations.
man. And
You gonna get recycled right back into this earth, and you go, congratulations, you're still human.
that human being should be the active hand
Because
of the Gaian mind. And this didn't happen for any, there's no bad guy in this scenario.
watching someone
That the
disappear,
neurological conditions which allowed this
yeah, like
social
literally getting blown up.
characterized by nomadic
There's no, they weren't dead until, like, there's no way, as fast as my brain can process, that they died. They weren't dead.
of the African continent.
Yeah, so the body disappeared, and literally, when you see it, you still see the dust where his body was. So what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's him. That's the him beneath the physical. That man was alive and well.
Great festival.
Now, if you're not ready to find out, you're still going to be alive after your body dies.
The ego enters then like a tumor.
You're going to attract another human body. You're going to become your spirit's going to want to fulfill the life it didn't fulfill on earth. So you've downplayed yourself. That's what would be hell. The fact that you got to come back to this body so that you can continue to find out what's beyond, what's above.
But if these ceremonies
Nah, I'm good. I know what this is.
less free, then these funny notions.
Inner thoughts, reflection.
Why shouldn't I?
And this is me talking with the source. I asked the source the whole million questions.
Why shouldn't I?
Asked her a ton of questions.
Why? Why shouldn't this?
Or why is the black woman God? And she was like, you don't get it. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is, at this point, there's no bullshit. You're literally talking to something that is telling you in one answer everything you've been looking for. And this is the only point in time you have to talk to it, because it's telling you the next time you see me, I'm going to come in colors. I'm not going to be available to speak. This is your time to speak. Talk to me. You got something to say? Talk. And then I got screamed at for 2 minutes, which felt like an eon, because she's screaming at such a high pitch. It was making music. It was good music. It's just that I wasn't asking for it. So she was punishing me with heavy sounds that were not bad. It was just an experience. And I was just like, oh, okay, I get it. And she was like, it turned from there into, she was upset with me. She was extremely upset with me. She was like, you're working for them. And I'm like, how? What am I doing to be against you? And that's where it was like, you spend more time building your podcast than using your brain. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And then she started telling me, do you know geometry? You know of geometry, you talk about it, but do you express it? Do you exercise it? Go draw. I want you to draw. I want you to spend the rest of your time using your pen, putting your pen to the pad, and using your mind. Less talking. Don't talk so much. And I was just like, holy crap. Okay, very well. No more talking. And then as soon as I just hushed the fuck up, I started listening. And now my subconscious starts speaking to me.
But ideas don't cut the mustard. If has to be an experience, a real experience.
If you love people, you gotta listen to them.
Boundary dissolving experience is so corrosive to all the institutions of dominated society.
You love people, you gotta listen to them. I thought love was talking to people. I thought love was telling them that you loved them. It's listening to them.
Because it mitigates male dominance, hierarchy, and all the other.
And when I say listen, I mean
methods by which we do business.
anything that's said, you don't know what they're saying, because the word is not the word. It's not a language. It's not a tongue. They're speaking from the soul, their heart. So that soul transmission means that whatever you think it means, it doesn't.
With the guy in mind, and it wasn't a locked symbiosis like you get in lichens or something like that. It was a kind of flirtation with symbiosis. It was that we took these psychedelic plants and contacted this hyperdimensional mind of nature and discovered that because it was hyperdimensional, because it wasn't constrained in space and time the way we are, that it had use.
I am breaking up crystals so that I can harvest platinum, so that I can sell this platinum for money, so that I can purchase upgrades for my ship, so that I can go deeper into space.
The weather be next year? Classical problem for shamans. Well, how do they know this stuff? How can you see if shamanism is essentially a going into a higher dimension to obtain information that feeds back into the destiny? Well, how can these shamans know this stuff? How can they attain to this superhuman level of understanding? It's that they get in touch with a different kind of intelligence, an intelligence to whom where the game will be next year is as transparent as where the game was last year, because past and future don't exist for that intelligence. And our relationship with that intelligence was one of devotee to goddess or supplicant to mystery. But eventually the connection was broken, and meanwhile the ego was a
Because there was what?
And the ego is like a mirroring of this larger psychic function. In other words, the ego is our pathetic attempt to create God.
Jacksonville, North Carolina, or Florida?
Julian Jay's theory. He thought, you see, that up until
Florida? Damn. Somebody took that L, got upset.
That if you got into a tight spot and we're about to be off,
Bro, if I attack a cargo ship,
miraculously a voice would appear.
I'm not even gonna do that.
Come on, we just turn on in your head.
Cause
would say
he got 30 people. He got 30. It's a bunch of people.
this was a
It's
god.
a whole bunch of ships.
It was a god. But eventually they were able to
How do you board this train?
simulate this psychic
Oh, there you go.
to the personality. And then they said, well, that's not God talking. That's me.
That's not God talking. That's me.
And this is the idea.
That's myself.
Then located inside my body. And I take orders from this inner God that I call the ego. And if it is allowed to develop, and it's strange, it always develops along these patriarchal lines, you know. It brooks no babbling. It's not interested in argument. It knows what is to be done.
Yeah, it does.
And the only time you get a problem is when you place one ego in contact with another. And then, of course, you go at it, hammer and tongs. Originally, what we had was a symbiotic relationship with this guy in mind. And this is the mystery that haunts this planet, haunts...
Bruh, I'm in the middle.
Haunts our psychedelic...
I'm in the middle of
dreams. It's that they're really
intergalactic activities,
controlling
and
super intelligence that can be contacted through psychedelic
somebody look at me.
religious practice, and you see how long they've been making
Merci. Yeah, I mean, what, that's, yeah. And I get a glimpse of myself in pure form. So I already said that. So alright, so boom, I said that we're in the matrix, etc. The color scheme is what we see because of the light that we receive, because our eyes only see a spectrum, meaning there are a creature with the ability to see red light sees black and gray as his white light. And that's where I am today. I was in motion, and I saw the source code observing me, and it showed me what I look like from his angle, from her angle. And I would say his angle because she's the one that sent him to show me. So he's an extension of her. Wow. That was the introduction. Welcome to Godhood. It was just eyes open. This is what I see when I look at you. And it showed, and then it told me, like, look at you. That's me? Whoa, that's me. Oh, take a break. What's going on? What is going on? What's going on? Yeah. Let's take a super break. I said, hold on.
Nature would never have allowed a phenomenon like human history to get going were it not in response to a deeply felt planetary crisis that is approaching at ever-accelerating speed. And I have enough faith in nature to believe that when the moment finally is
that's dope.
Be ready,
it sounds fire. I'm listening to the beat. I'm like,
being laid up right now. The ultimate is not the prototype tool.
It's like da-na-na-na-na. Great. I was like, yeah, this is fire. Turn this. You good?
Nuclear tipped intercontinental.
Oh, that beat go hard. Oh.
By which you could save a planet as well as destroy it.
Good.
Your last dealing
I'm about to destroy.
Energies necessary to make those kinds of changes. And I think the evidence is all around us.
Oh, so
the historical mode cannot.
That's about to be on Instagram?
It can't. Just draw all the curves. Output of petroleum distillate.
Do it.
Output of energy. Population growth. Proliferation of weapons. When you draw all of these curves, they can't be propagated 500 years into the future. Sometime in the next 50 years, we're going to have to make or break what history was all about. And the arising of global culture, the arising of an integrated electronic awareness, high-speed computational machinery, tremendously powerful weapons, spacecraft, all of this stuff looks to me like the raw material for a salvational exercise. And notice that it's not only a way to save the planet, it's in a sense a way to save...
Oh, there's no carbon on the moon. Brilliant.
Save our ancestors as well. This...
Yeah, on the moon.
If we can act in a moment of...
Because there's no organic material.
To preserve the planet from ruination, we will...
In the game I'm playing.
human history. Then it all makes sense.
Oh, I'm on planets.
The migrations,
I keep changing planets.
It was all toward a purpose, and then somehow those lives that were lost in those pogroms and invasions and migrations and so forth are given meaning. a meaning which they will totally not have if we simply blow the planet apart and wreck nature and ruin the oceans and blow off the atmosphere. Then it just looks like a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury.
You got you got a call?
So it's as though
All right, bro. Let's
the meaning itself is in our hands.
check.
What shall we make of this?
Terrain manipulator.
As James Joyce said, atoms and ifs? Or is there a plan, a process, a plot, and a role for us that will give us some dignity?
There's so much copper on this moon.
Which otherwise,
Oh, I know what to do. So that's the point of these bases. Now that I'm getting older, I'm figuring it out. So put in a base right here means I can return here when I need to.
and you just really have to wonder.
Base yeah, that's what it's. Yeah. Now I can travel here more often. Because I was looking at this place, I'm like, yo, this is a lot of resources. I want to save this for another time.
Are you all familiar with Moby Dick?
Moby Dick, yeah, I'm familiar.
Are you familiar with Moby Dick?
Moby Dick.
I mean, this is the greatest work of prose ever written by an American without contest, I think. I mean, I like to think that when human history is written, Americans will be remembered for two things. They went to the moon, and they're the people who produced Moby Dick. I mean, this is our Odyssey.
Say again?
This is our Odyssey and our Iliad. Nobody's ever gone past it. Okay, there's a scene early on. You all know that it's a whale hunt, right? Okay, so there's a scene.
So Moby Dick is a whale hunt.
Who is running this show?
This is wild as freaking crap, dude. We're hunting whales unnecessarily. What the whale do to you? Where'd you even get the idea to hunt a whale? It's huge. Oh, white people are. I mean, hey, there are some sick people in this universe. No. Focus on ascension. Focus on ascension. So. Oh, he got no dick. Oh, that's why it's Moby's dick. Cause the whale ate your You ain't got no dick no more. Yo, that's trifling. Who wrote this story?
That simply smoked thee from blindest instinct? Madness. To be enraged with a double saying, Captain Ahab, seems blasphemy. And Ahab says, hark ye yet again the little lower layer. All visible objects, man, are but as pasteboard masks. But in each event, in the living act, the undoubted deed, there some unknown but still reasoning thing puts forth the moldings of its features from behind the unreasoning mask. If man will strike through the mask. How can the prisoner reach outside except by thrusting through the wall? To me, the white whale is that wall, shoved near to me. Sometimes I think there is naught beyond, but 'tis enough. He tasks me, he heaps me. I see in him outrageous strength, with an inscrutable malice sinnowing it. That inscrutable thing is chiefly what I hate. And be the white whale agent, or be the white whale principal, I will wreak that hate upon him. Talk not to me of blasphemy. I would strike out the sun if it insulted me. For could it do that, then could I do the other, since there is ever a sort of fair play. And that was the point I wanted to make. About 2 points: striking through the mask to achieve reality, and that we can do it because there is ever a sort of fair play. The field is level. The cards are not stacked against us. If we play our hand right, we can take the whole game. They wouldn't have it any other way. That's right. By the way, I'm getting into that book by Camille Paglia called Sexual Persona, and it's definitely the read of the season. and I didn't realize the publication date is listed as September 1991, so it's hot. And I read the section on Moby Dick, which comes very close to the end, and if all of it's as good as that,
dang, copper everywhere. I'm about to return to this
there
island.
hasn't been that much fun.
Just get all the copper.
Covers of one book since Marshall McLuhan wrote The Gutenberg Galaxy. So, if you think of yourself as a feminist, an art historian, a literary critic, an egghead, all these things, she's just outrageous. I think we have to get her here as fast as possible, because she's really freewheeling and makes a lot of people mad.
What's his name?
Which is always a good
Terrence
sign,
McKenna?
I think.
You talking about the Matrix?
Sexual Persona.
Sexual Persona
Camille Codlin.
by Camille Codlin.
Maybe some of you saw about a month ago in the Image magazine, which is the insert in the Sunday. There was an article about her, and they put her on the cover, and she's very.
He sounded like he took all the mushrooms.
She says lots of provocative things, and
I want to be chill. I speak chill.
her dumping on Derrida and
When I grew up.
Foucault and that whole crowd, and saying, all of them put together
Lectures.
not worth one page of William Burroughs, basically. And, not that we care about this, but in academia, this is big news, because they're in awe of all those people. I tried to read Derrida, I couldn't make head nor tails of it. It just seemed to me like anti-thought. All of this is inspired by a number of papers that have recently been called to my attention. I can get this the way I want it.
Oh, I was skateboarding.
Is called,
It was in my pocket. I kneeled over and it just bent. It bent. My headphones bent inside the
and it's called
inside the port, and then they started doing this speaker to headset, and nobody could hear me. So I had to
And this is a
keep
very
working it.
interesting article which tries to argue for the reality of Christian eschatological hermeneutics in the light of information theory, and actually makes a number of points that I thought I would be alone in making for my entire life, and now I see that I'm actually an infant in this department, and that these people have thought more deeply and more widely and with a more stunning commitment to radical ideas than I could have even conceived of. I mean, it's humbling stuff. I mean, they're talking here about computer strategies to resurrect the dead.
So there's only sentinels pop up where.
And a number of ideas.
Water, por favor.
Were completely.
Sentinels pop up where there are carbon-based animal creatures.
I also have a correspondence between Frank Tipler and Hans Moravec, the author of this little thing I just read you, and a paper by Moravec that apparently has not yet been published called Time Travel and Computing. And time travel is sort of what I wanted to talk about this evening.
Let's do it. Time travel talks.
Perspective. One of the ideas that I've had to embed in my system fairly uncomfortably, because I think of myself basically as a skeptic and a rationalist, is the idea that the world is on the brink of a tremendous transformation. A transformation on a scale such that it can really only be compared to the events which created the universe in the first place. This is what ties this series of notions to Christian eschatology, because the unique preoccupation of Western religion, whether it be Judaism, Islam, or Christianity, is this weird insistence on the end of the world, the collapse of reality as we know it. You don't get this in Eastern thinking. As you all probably know, Hinduism is a theory of what is essentially a steady state. There are cycles of outpouring of phenomena and then regressive cycles when everything recondenses. But the universe is basically thought to be eternal. And this poses no problem for rational expectation. Because it's very easy to imagine an eternal universe. In Christianity, to preserve the rationality of expectation, all these ESCH words, eschaton, eschatological, so forth and so on, mean we're referencing the final things. The branch of theology that is called eschatology is the study of the final things, the end of the world. And the way Christianity has handled it to preserve rationality, at least superficially, is by setting it far, far in the future. Then it doesn't irritate or, demand a great deal of thought and consideration.
Yes. Yes, Sentinels. Good, I'm gonna shoot the shit out you.
As against my own intellectual gravity, has pushed me towards the conclusion that it is near, which puts me in the same category as all those people in cartoons carrying signs which say, repent for the end is near. And it's the thing, I feel shy. I don't know if I have the decency to feel shy, but I feel always reluctant to talk about it because it is the most counterintuitive position in the system that I've tried to elaborate. Because
he got armor plating.
Near, but I
they evolve.
And say when it is. And just so you aren't kept hanging in suspense. Close. December 22nd, 2012, at dawn, Eastern Standard Time, the universe will roll up like one of those blinds, It will just roll up. The stars will fall from heaven. Reality as we know it will completely disappear to be replaced by something else. Now, why would anyone think such a thing? What set of rational premises could lead to such an irrational notion?
You know what I can do?
I have this idea that there is a counter.
When aliens be around, I just start digging holes.
Built into
and dig into the ground.
That has not
I just created my own escape route.
Described.
The police chasing me. Oh, they motherfucker found me!
But never in it.
Take off. Fuck you, sir. Yeah, I'm in space with this mother. They got space police. We're the men in black. I'm the men in black, goddamn. Jay, it's Will, Jay. Oh, he shot the shit out of me. Hold on, I gotta get the fuck on.
Birth of the universe. Whether you subscribe to the orthodox cosmology of a Big Bang, which I would like to sit on the fence about.
Critical damage taken. Fuck. Keep going. Keep running. Keep going. Oh, sheesh.
You should remind yourself that what science believes is that
take off. They ain't gonna find me. Take off.
In a single instant.
Life support. 50.
From an area whose diameter was less than that of the electron.
Yeah, they lost me.
It seems to me that
they found me again.
Yeah,
I'm running in this one. Search.
Believe that.
36 seconds.
What would you resist believing? mean, if you believe that, you may be interested in a large bridge over the Hudson River that my family has had for generations and that we're willing to sell you for $1.
I got him with the okie doke. I'm finna build a hole.
This is what most scientists believe, although in all fairness, in the last 5 years, this has gotten more shaky. And not everybody now believes in the Big Bang. Well, what I would like to substitute for the Big Bang
I figured out how to run away.
Called the Big Surprise.
I did the Underground City.
And
and I took off. Did you see this? I built the big ass tunnel. I made a tunnel and took off. It's funny how you'll create some shit under duress. I say, shoot. You got it. I took off. Yeah. I was shooting them until they came 3 deep and they had something I ain't seen before. Protection. Oh.
From pure nothing. It sprang from a point-like dimension that was, so far as we can tell, utterly without any quality whatsoever. This seems to me the least likely environment in which to seek a singularity. I mean, how can we imagine, unless we call upon God Almighty, a perturbation in a flawless nothingness that would usher into, 10 high 47 particles of many types streaming outward, symmetry breaks, so forth and so on. It seems to me that all cosmological myths require a singularity of some sort, but some singularities are more likely
permanent technology. Here we go.
In my notion,
I'm about to make a teleporter.
And I call it my notion because so many people have told me I'm completely welcome to it. In my notion, the place to look for a singularity is in the most complicated circumstances imaginable. Not
what's the other water?
Emptiness, but a world where you have atomic chemistry, polymer chemistry,
see if you can find some distilled water. Coconut water is the best water. I mean, it hydrates you. It's just expensive. Yeah. Well, it's not expensive. It's what do you want? Do you want to feel? If you drink coconut water, you won't be as dehydrated for a while. Or you can buy strawberries and eat those, and they have the juice. You won't be dehydrated as long, because water and drinks, all the juices, the sugars what dehydrates you. Having that coconut water, natural jelly is milk, meat. So you're drinking the meat juice, just like sauce and chicken. You're drinking the meat juice in this coconut.
You care to name the last 5 years, the last 500 years, the last 500 million years, the last 5 billion years, there is a generality which seems to hold, which is complexity once come into existence is retained and folded back into the interstices of being to produce yet more complexity. This is linked, and at least appears linked, to the cooling of the universe. At the Big Bang, the temperature of the universe was trillions of degrees, and there wasn't even atomic chemistry. There was just a plasma of electrons. And then after some time, measured in nanoseconds, the temperature of the universe fell sufficiently so that stable orbits could be established around atomic nuclei. And then you have the emergence of simple inorganic chemistry. Well, then after a further fall in temperature and a much longer period of time, you get the thermal disruption of chemical bonds falls below the limit where you can get complex molecular structures, and then a whole new set of emergent properties. properties, building on the levels which preceded until finally you get the birth of stars, and that is basically huge lumps of condensed hydrogen, the simplest of all elements. The hydrogen aggregates into stars in such amounts that tremendous pressures are set up at the center of these hydrogen masses, sufficient pressures for fusion to begin to take place, and fusion cooks out iron and other heavy elements, including carbon, and carbon then becomes the key to the next level of emergent electricity, and from there to us, it's only a series.
My heart is falling out of my chest.
But what's interesting about these declensions into complexity is that
I run out of oxygen. I gotta run to the spaceship. I'm choking. This shit is worse than Sonic. Bruh. When I was oh shit, if I fall, I'ma die. Oh, no, critical damage. Oh. Get into the spaceship, get into the spaceship, get into the spaceship. Get into the spaceship, get into the spaceship. I'm breathing. I'm good.
Several different ways of thinking about it. The most convincing, I suppose, is that the of connections in the human cerebral cortex make human cerebral cortex without contest the most densely ramified material in
you out of there, baby. You out of there.
We carry within ourselves the most complex organization that has been laid on to the material universe. And it seems to me this is a strong
I was the same way.
At the cutting edge of this process of emergent novelty. Now, up until a million years or so ago, we were just one more animal wandering around on this planet, albeit a sort of weird animal. Bipedalism, binocular vision, complex pack signaling. But on the other hand, wolves and dogs and ants, complex pack signaling. But then we began to elaborate. Notice that up to that point, the most
this wasn't no fun.
Storage system.
Like life continues when you don't get to experience something. It's still life.
Genetic storage.
Shit, regular
storage in long polymerized molecules that templated other molecules to reproduce themselves. Well, with the emergence of human language.
Wow, at a car wash. You washing all the Bentleys instead of getting to see them on South Beach.
Information in poetry, dance.
That's real. And now you get the
ritual of all sorts, artistic endeavors of all sorts. This is the unique domain.
For real.
And
doing your own.
Represents a vast acceleration in the rate at which this kind of informational business can be transduced.
Good, man. That's real.
Then so it flows forward, and then about 12,000 years ago, we really get going by building cities, beginning to notch wood with our observations of lunar cycles and stuff like that, and you know the rest of the story. I mean, it's just a jump from.
You can't take it for granted, you know. In this short span of time, this blink of an eye called life.
Back at our planetary system.
Experience it. I want to enjoy it.
That now there's a fine thing for a scientist to say. An elf told me that time travel is possible, but it is constrained in ways which are not normally part of our interpretation of time travel.
There you go. Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm having a great night, enjoying my night. Nigga rolled up bounty. I'm like, nigga,
you can't travel.
Fuck it, nigga, smoke one. What are you talking about?
Further than
Tonight is not your night. Keep driving. Fuck is you talking? Yo, it's hot.
of the first time.
It's hot, or is it this
The
chain?
reason for this is that before the invention
Oh, I got damn cancer around my throat.
there
That
was
bitch.
no time machine.
So, right?
Take a time machine.
That bitch said Bluetooth.
You see, it's just to
Por favor.
preserve logical
That back joint.
consistency.
Yeah.
That's right. You can't take a car where there are no
Facts.
When
Out of nowhere, it's like, yo,
invented the
go, go get a boat.
What are you gonna do with this thing? You can't go where a horse can go.
Yo, facts. I'm like, nigga, how?
So here's a fantasy scenario, which for a while I liked very much. It's that quantum physics and malarkey
We forget for real.
refined and focused towards the notion of building a time machine, so that then on the morning of December 22nd, 2012, at the World Time Institute in the Amazon, the first time journey is about to be taken.
True.
And the whole world is
It's like whenever black people come together, they make the zone poor.
the Lady Temple is
Because God forbid any black people look good while they living where they living.
hurl her centuries into the future. And the countdown button is pushed, and off she goes. Now, most people's interest would be to follow this woman wherever she's going, but let's forget her for a moment. The point has been made. She disappears. We assume she went off into the future. But what happens
Bro, pink Himalayan salt and sweet potatoes.
right then? It seems to me, in the very next millisecond,
Pink Himalayan salt and your sweet potatoes.
arriving from the future simply because they had driven to the end of the road. They had come back in time to witness the first journey into the future. It's as though you could take your Piper Cub and fly it to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1906.
Ooh, they got some organic bacon,
Right
bitch.
before you take off. You see?
Yeah.
Are you all with me? Oh, yeah, right. Now, there's a problem.
Salad is
Some of you actually
vegetable in the area.
what's called the grandfather paradox,
Green peppers, red peppers.
which is
So
the
what's
old
the salad?
conundrum that haunts
He's like, what's the salad again? I'm like,
travel
oh.
schemes,
Oh, there's a
which
little salad
is,
bar.
if time travel were possible,
There's a salad bar and
go
restaurant.
back in time and kill your own grandfather. Well, then you wouldn't
There's
exist.
sweet tomatoes, which we're planning on visiting maybe
a
Friday.
logical impossibility.
Oh, well, you'll be here.
Or you don't exist. And some science fiction authors have
By the time you get here, it'll be Friday.
that somehow massive influx
It's Tuesday.
would preserve your
Yeah,
grandfather.
you got it.
You know, you would
Let's go.
approach him with your Saturday night special, but it would blow up in your hand, or it would ricochet off the St. Christopher Medal or something like that, because he cannot be killed by you, because in that case you wouldn't exist, in which case he couldn't be killed by you. And this troubled me for a long time. Then what exactly would happen in this situation if a time...
That's done as fuck. You won't be there quick.
According to Hans Moravec of the Robotics Institute of Carnegie Mellon University,
It's the Houston.
time travel is no big deal. The first paragraph of this paper, the last few years have been good for the time machine. Norman's renowned general relativity group at Caltech invented a
3 hours.
quantum gravitational approach to
So you
building
traveling
and
into
an international
you a time traveler.
gave a convincing rebuttal of the grandfather paradox arguments. Another respected group suggested time machines that exploit quantum mechanical time uncertainty. The technical requirements for these suggestions exceed our present capabilities, but each new approach seems less ominous than the last. There is hope yet that time travel will eventually become possible, even cheap.
Because at first I wouldn't have thought to put couscous with
So I then
because they both
saw another possibility, and this is the way
I thought
we
were
can
starchy, but you're not.
fulfill the expectation of Christian hermeneutics, but not require the second coming of Christ or the intercession of God Almighty into history, or all these other
I don't fuck with Nutella because I don't like what it is.
And to understand it, we have to have recourse to
if it's not a natural
model in a very simple
Nutella
realm
looked like it was
of
made
chemistry and physics, which is
to
the
blend.
Bernoulli gas
Marketing is
laws.
everything.
Some of
If
them
it should say
are
Switzerland or France on it,
and they're very intuitive and easy
fancy
to
shit.
understand.
What is it? What's so fancy? I'm the fancy
We
nigga.
have a
So give me some genetics that's gonna say, oh, this is gonna it also has more chocolate, high in vitamin something. Oh, alright.
Valve, and the valve
You gotta tell me you're from Switzerland? Switzerland, give me some ice cold water. That's from Switzerland.
Gas.
That's something I can benefit from. I can get chocolate
So
from
we
Peru. I can get
open
chocolate
the
from Mexico. I
valve
can get chocolate
to
from
let the nitrogen rush into the cylinder.
and after that, I found out there was a
Now,
cancer-causing product in the cylinder, which I didn't do research on because it doesn't matter. I hate Nutella, and when I ate it,
equalized
I immediately was like, no, this ain't
overall
right.
points equally.
This ain't
In
right.
other words, you can't have
not right.
50
It is
pounds of
not. No,
pressure
not for
at
me.
one end of the cylinder and 5 pounds of
Yeah,
pressure
I had it
at the
because
other.
when I was wrestling.
That in
Brian and his
gas,
mom would make
pressure
Nutella and honey
distributes
sandwiches.
itself evenly in order to achieve
And she was like, here, try this.
Okay,
Nice
hold
energy
that
boost before your match. I was like,
notion
all right,
in
cool.
mind.
I weighed in.
Think of our world in the late
And then I had some, I was like,
90s as
yep, that's my last time eating Nutella.
a sphere or a cylinder of that sort, and think of
Nah, I didn't do no research on it.
as
I just knew I was like,
gases
nah.
at various pressures.
And then 3 years later, when everybody's going on their health case, I started seeing Facebook posts on Nutella, and I'm like, well,
in the Amazon
I don't eat Nutella anyways.
Indonesia, and let's assign high pressures to the folks in Manhattan.
Just one time, one taste, and be like, nah, I know I don't like this shit. Tastes like doo-doo.
Well, then we can
Alright.
predict correctly, in fact,
good.
what is happening sociologically on this planet. What is happening is that the high-tech cultures are totally overwhelming
And I
the
went for speeding.
traditional
I'm gonna go eat
cultures.
something right now.
The values of Manhattan and Los Angeles are flooding everywhere, and in spite of the tiny lip service we give to shamanism and body painting, the truth of the matter is Amazon cultures are not really making a major contribution at this point to the evolution of high-tech, global, information-dense electronic culture. Okay, that's the second level of this Bernoulli metaphor. So now let's go back to the situation where we send the Lady Temple Knot off into the future. I'm not familiar with how they overcame the grandfather paradox, so we'll pretend that the grandfather paradox is very strong. Okay, I'm close to question time. Let me press forward relentlessly because the coffee is running out. I can feel it. The equilibrium density is dropping. Okay, so we send the Lady Temple Knot off into the future, but now, with what we know about the equalization of high cultures versus low in a temporal medium, what happens, from our point of view, is that the rest of the history of the universe happens instantly. That even if it's billions of years of human culture and downloading into machines and cloning star system after star system and so forth and so on, somehow the state vector of all of those event systems collapses. I call this the God whistle principle. Is that we can actually actually call God into history. We can summon the end state of human evolution to appear a millisecond after we successfully achieve the implementation of this technology of time travel in order to avoid all the paradoxes that would prevail if there was any extension to the post-time travel era beyond the moment of its inception. So this is a way of, in a sense, forcing the evolution of the universe, and it creates the phase transition of the eschaton, and is, to my mind, a practical. It creates the basin of attraction within the domain of our own lives. Now, is there any kind of precedent for something like this, even metaphorically in our own experience? Well, it turns out, yes, there is, in a kind of bizarre anecdote which should sober us considerably as we think about these things. When the first atomic weapon was built by the Manhattan Project in the desert of New Mexico, Fermi and Oppenheimer and all these people got together the night before.
We linked up to make this happen since we were children.
And Fermi had
since we was young, we was looking to make a way out the lump, and we did that.
On which he had scrawled some equations.
Through it all, we stuck together. Through it all, we figured it out.
The week before, that they were not sure how high.
And chances are, people got family out
They
here.
triggered this
And if they family ain't put them on,
and Fermi had some back-of-the-envelope calculations which caused him to believe that the nitrogen in the atmosphere of the planet would begin to burn if they tested this thing, and they would in effect ignite the atmosphere of the planet, and the fireball would spread around the entire planet and destroy everything. And they spent half the night going over these things, and they finally decided that the information necessary to make the decision was not available, and so they said, well, hell, throw the switch, at least it'll get to show those Japs and Germans that we mean business. So, and then of course the test was carried out, the nitrogen did not burn, and instead we were ushered into the glorious era of weapons of mass destruction. So let me see, I've got some notes here. I think I covered everything. What's interesting about this is that for the first
Segway, you can get one for $500 if you find a good source, a good plug. Usually, the market price is $1,000.
Who wants a Segway? Tell me you just hop on a scooter out here.
We got those electric scooters out here for $1 an hour.
And bikes.
$1 an hour. Your first plug-in is $1. After that, you can get it up to 3 miles for less than $5, maybe $3. Excuse me, I'm stealing her food. What's her assistance?
Beach bus?
Yes, very, very true. Yeah. Pardon me, man. Do you mind if I rob you? Would you do me a favor and come up off those potatoes? Yo. That's serious. go, brother. Way to go. Let me be. Oh, it's. Bro, let me charge the phone. I'm gonna call you in an hour. Yeah. I bitch said beep. Beep beep.
Did you want to
Charge the headset. I'll be able to speak freely. I don't keep the phone next to my head because I used to hear. Only person in the world I need to talk to is Angel. I feel so cool.
Huh?
Only person I check my phone for is Angel.
Oh, shit.
That's it. You're here, so I don't need to worry about ever missing your call. That's about it. Also, living in love and not fear means if you leave with the kids, it's probably a good reason, you know? Which is you just want to go explore the world as a single mother. Or not a single mother, I don't know. I mean, so they're not my children to have. They're yours.
Now it's your seeds, what you're planting.
Then I can take care of it.
It's like marijuana.
I love me some marijuana.
You gotta nurture it just the right way.
I did great.
Right.
I grew in 3 months. I grew 2.5 pounds on my own. In 3 months. All because I had, I used to work at Lowe's, so I got a nice spot. I'm in San Diego. It's sunny as crap. I had a backyard and a front yard, so I put it in the daytime. I drop it outside in the back. In the nighttime, I drop it in the front. Shit grew stupid. I didn't know how fast we grew. Until at nighttime, I just look good. When y'all get ready. And during the day, I'm watching videos on how to grow it and how to take care of it. And then 2 months it was ready. I let it stay a little longer. 3 months it started drooping. And that's when you get that.
Greatest treasure in the universe.
Oh no, you gotta go.
And he who controls it
Come on.
controls our destiny.
Big bag. Hung on the dry. And that's how me and Chris got homies, because I had all my own smoke. He was like, you need something? I'm like, no. Not a Ziploc bag. It's like,
How did you get that?
Mutual advantage. Without
he was like, yeah.
often resist.
It's in the bag. He was like, he said, Brown, what you smoking out? That's what I was saying.
What the fuck is this?
He said, oh, bro. And that's when he put me to his family.
In this time, the most precious substance in the universe is the spice melange.
Dispensaries, Crippin dispensaries.
The spice
Y'all got Crippin
extends
dispensaries.
life.
He's like, yeah, only Crips can purchase.
The spice expands consciousness.
What if you're just a tourist?
Don't go.
You don't know got to go. You're just like, oh, a dispensary.
You wouldn't know it's a dispensary. It's an hour.
Okay.
They just got everything. It's like,
With this test that I'll be performing, it's a
That's
small
why I like
test. I'll need 3 milliliters of blood.
In the blood system, in your blood system, is these microscopic elements. I've been talking about this before. You gotta break it down. Is demonic substances. I'm talking scientific.
good times, good times.
They've been monitoring the signals my men have been sending. They know precisely where we are and what we can do. Without this spice, the navigators will become blind. The Bene Gesserit will lose all powers, and all commerce among the great houses will cease. Civilization will end. If I am not obeyed, the spice will not flow.
I forgot to tell you. The spice exists on only one planet in the entire universe. A desolate, dry planet with vast
I
deserts.
forgot to tell you, huh?
What if he was already
Hidden
gone?
away within the rocks of this desert.
Because I'm like, yeah, I forgot to. Hello? Hey, no, she left a message. You already out in space? Yeah, we got everything we need.
He would lead them
You was
to
there.
true freedom.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's only on one
The
path.
planet
I'm already
is
light years in the other direction.
Oh my fucking that. And there's no turning around on light speed. It's too late. That's the worst. Hey, you look like you feeling good. You look like you feeling terrible. You look like you getting your life together.
This is the Spice Melange.
Spice melange.
What is this thing? Chaos. Chaos in the flesh. You see, you've been using your arm.
Chaos is creation. In science, the metaphysics, chaos means just creation. Because creation comes from darkness to light. That action is what science is like. Oh,
So my tattoo is not
chaos.
I really think I want to.
Beauty and chaos is beautiful. It's that's what chaos is.
Right here.
Chaos and beauty.
I only see men with tattoos right there. I don't ever see females with tattoos going down there.
I was thinking about getting leopard skin on my body. See? So I'm not going to tell you don't do it. That's what's not going to happen. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to take these mushrooms and do that right there.
This is the Spice Melange.
I just can't spend no money on nothing that's not going to, nigga, right now. I just saw cobra skin lay out on my flesh.
Dracula's story is talking about that particular substance.
This is the Spice Melange.
In the blood system, in
Cobra
your
skin.
blood system is these microscopic elements. I've been talking about this before.
I was sitting perfectly still, and in my body went, and the shit just overlaid, and I was like, and I know my hand's down, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on? No, I'm putting on my Cobra jacket.
With this test that I'll be performing, it's a sound test. I need to
White wrapped around.
Full back, shoulders. I'm a Cobra. I got Cobra. So now, my outer layer is
Alright, so I'm going to start off by reading from Revelations.
dense. It's dense.
Verse 18.
Because it's
Here is
intertwined.
wisdom. Let him that hath
So
understanding
now you
count
couldn't
the
shoot
number
me.
of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. Here is wisdom. Here is wisdom, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666.
6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, which is
And those
carbon,
eyes.
which is the basis of melanin.
This is the Spice Melange.
It was black and gold.
Substance which is melanin.
It was black and gold. It was
What they fear the most.
And I've been telling the motherfuckers
black and gold, and
stupid with this bullshit.
I love it because he's
that the word
straightforward.
demon and the word melanin is the fucking same. And can you
I told my father
understand
that.
why the damn government can give you a religion? Because when you go up in the church and you are scared of demons, you are scared of your own substance, which is
And because it's a mnemonic, you're saying demon, your body's saying, hey, that's us, and you're just like, it's so bad. It's like, I ain't even gonna talk to you, so you out of your right mind. Your body's speaking to you, but you can't, oh, no, that's not me. Who's that? But then when you reach out for God, it can speak to you. So you accept the highest form, which, as above, so below, is the lowest form, because if it has to be an emergency to hear it, you don't call, if you called your grandma only when on her birthday versus every day, you're gonna get more those every days than you get from one. Oh, happy birthday, just want to let you know I love you. Okay. See you next year. So God that's a worse form of you. It's the everyday consciousness. It's that everyday speaking to you. It's that, nope, I'm not doing this today. Literally. I was in the gas station eating chicken. I walked out the gas station the last time eating chicken. I was just like, I heard another chicken, or I smelled chicken, and I was like, nah. I had it earlier this today. And I don't want no more chicken. And then it was like, what am I going to do and replace that? Had a banana milkshake. And I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Nope, no milk puss for me. So now I'm racking my mind, and my body's like, hey, remember you absolutely love watermelon? Yeah. You want to go pick some up? Why not? Tired of running. Why not?
Our pineal gland, we can speed up our learning and memory abilities, enhance our intuition, wisdom, and creativity, trigger our psychic healing abilities, and experience bliss. Medical science refers to the pineal gland as the atrophied third eye. By the age of 12, it is already calcified and hardened, and by adulthood, it is dormant and atrophied from lack of use. Recent research reveals that fluoride, which is a toxic additive to our water supply and toothpaste, accumulates in the pineal gland where it wreaks havoc. By the age of 12, it is already calcified and hardened.
I know I should drink milk, because it'll help me grow up big and strong.
Stupid.
By the age of 12, it's already calcified and hardened.
If my bones and if my muscles and
Nigga said he was a whole skeleton. That's why we not breathing oxygen.
Where is the number of man? And his number is 666. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, which is carbon, which is the basis of melanin.
Now when you're listening, listen with your inner self. Listen to your inner self. This is you speaking. You're the internet. So she's telling you what you've been screaming your whole time. She's figured out a new way to speak to you because she knows that you believe she believes you see and know. So she created this to communicate with you. You recognize that? Because at one time we were all able to just reach out in our thoughts and speak to the source. Each and every one of the individuals, ants. They don't communicate. It's a smell.
It's called the third
this is what we're doing.
The mind's eye. It actually has a lens, cornea, and retina.
Dropping through this. I hope I get my ship.
This whole purpose of life is meant to pass on from the flood. There was no higher purpose.
So
you're asking me to do with all this knowledge of pass it on.
Your eyes make salt.
Like me.
When you cry, you make salt.
Going through time.
So, signs and symbols show up every day in our reality. Some people's cognition is turned up to be able to identify it. Some people, they just walk around blindly and not able to see. But your higher self and your ancestors who exist in these dimensional interfaces communicate with you all the time to get you to understand how to move in this reality, right? This takes us back to the Ogdo story, when they say that Tahuti and Mayat were the early deities that existed inside of these forces before manifestation occurred. So we know Tahuti is the scriber, Mayat is dealing with the justice. So, your ancestors, and I'm talking about revolution, because they gave you the science of how you but they ain't give you nothing. The higher levels of being, shall we say, or yourself, or your higher essence of God on another dimension, right? Channel this way through these people who make these films, and then the message is kicked back to you here, but they're being used as a conduit. So your ancestors and you are giving you the game every day on how to engage here in order to get freedom, justice, mayat, equality, through what? Through signs and symbols or scribing. What is the message in the Bible? You see? So when we look at, I just give a few examples, right? We see these major stories take place in the news cycle, right? And then people immediately look at it in a carnal sense. But let's take it out of the movie, because we know that's where the information is at, so we can be put on game to understand what the science is. But then let's relate it to the things that we look at day to day that we call, quote unquote, reality or real life events that take place on your 2, 5, and 7 channels. You give a story about a man last year, right, who goes and kicks in a door by the names of Charles Ramsey, right? He kicks in a door with another gentleman who don't speak no English by the name of Angel Cordero. They run into a house who this man who's been keeping these women captive by the name of Ariel Castro. So right off the rip, you have Egyptian pantheon, Ramsey, you have angels kicking doors in, and you got higher hierarchies of angels actually inside of the house, who happen to be at 2207 Seymour Street. Which takes you back to the pie, but this is why it's going down in the 314 right now in Missouri. All of these things that keep taking place in these cycles is light transmitting down into this reality to show you how to engage your quote-unquote oppressor through the subatomic realm. So you get Tombstones and Mike Brown's vigil. We get his cousin on the phone, Joanna, to talk about what was going on in Ferguson when it first hit the fan on our radio show. And it's a tombstone sitting outside of the vigil the same day after the young man got murdered that says star power prayers.
Right.
On the tombstone. So now the priesthood, noble man, 4 minutes of Jew, been blowing the horn for 3 years on this science. That you have to engage, right, in order to get justice and reciprocity down here through not necessarily this Merkle principle, and I talked about this before on the last show, but you're going to have to go all the way Neptune down here. You have to go all the way Neptune, because it is the unseen that governs the seen. But light bends when it enters gravitational fields, and you had a doctor by the name of Dr. Lawrence Doyle who told you what? He was able to see how linguistics fall in frequency, and he said, listen, when we see language and symbols, when they come together and converge together in this frequency, be that no matter what language it is on the planet that you speak, it has a 45-degree angular bend. You see? So this light, right, that's synonymous with the Kabbalistic text, right, because that's what we're familiar with in our studies, dealing with these light angels, or angels as other people may call them. They're nothing more than angels of light that have intelligence that's trying to get your attention if you're symbol literate. And you can use this science to raise hell down here on the planet. I'm not speaking from theory, I'm speaking from practice. Real life practice.
Michael Lindy was a German-born artist.
is the belief of a possible direct connection with the hidden realities and God through inner spiritual work and even merging the inner worlds with the physical reality. His study of anthroposophy explains the immense amount of esoteric symbolism in the never-ending story. We're going to be going over the movie. It should be noted that Michael Vindy hated the film adaptation of his book until his dying day. And most would agree that the book is better. The fact that the movie is easy to fall in love with and that it was a childhood milestone for us that we forgot. Read it, or listen to the audiobook. The movie begins with a boy named Bastion, who awakens from a dream and proceeds to tell his materialistic, realistic father about its contents. The father represents material and exoteric belief systems, the left brain, even criticizing Bastion to get your head out of the clouds and plant your feet on the ground. Bastion here represents imagination and creativity, the right brain. The word Bastion evolved from the French word bastire, which means to build, and is defined as a protrusion of a fortress to aid the defenders and ward off the attackers. Throughout the movie, Bastion is symbolic of the conscious mind, the observer of phenomena, at first just in the physical world, but eventually in both the physical reality and realms of the subconscious. In the dialogue with Bastion's father, we learn here that the mother has died, and this greatly affects Bastion. On his way to school, Bastion is stopped by 3 bullies, who throw him into a garbage dumpster and call him names. The choice of having 3 bullies can represent a multitude of things. They could be symbolic of 3 vices which constantly plague the conscious mind, like ignorance, greed, and groupthink. After fleeing from the bullies, Bastion ends up in a bookstore, in which the old owner stops him from taking a special book. Secretly, the owner really wants Bastion to take the book, and when he turns his back, Bastion is gone, book in hand.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah! Is symbolic of the keepers of esoteric wisdom. They do not release their hidden wisdom unto the world, but unto those who seek it, are pure of heart, and
like stealing. You're told not to steal when you're a kid, but until you do it, you realize, wait a minute, I think everyone should just steal, we wouldn't have a problem.
The single Ouroboros is the snake biting its own tail in the form of a circle. The double Ouroboros represents the infinite balance of the upper and lower natures of being.
That's hot.
Bastion runs to school and skips his math class to run up to the school's attic and read the book. Skipping math class is emblematical of throwing aside logical left brain, limited teachings, for creative right brain, unlimited thought. Reading in the attic is symbolic of the initiate who retreats from the world to learn and progress in his spiritual studies. We have seen this in almost every religious savior or prophet from around the world. From Jesus to Buddha to Muhammad, we even see it in Batman Begins. Once Bastion begins reading the book, from this point on in the movie, we switch between the book's narrative and Bastion's real-life narrative. In the book, we are introduced to a world called Fantasia. Fantasia is symbolic of the subconscious mind. It represents imagination, creativity, and the astral planes. We first meet a few mythological fantasy-themed characters in the tropical forest. The Mad Hatter, who rides a racing snail, says he's from the west, the direction of the element of water. The Troll and the Bat are from the south, the direction of the element of fire. The humongous Rockbiter says he's from the north, the direction of the element of earth. The Rockbiter is the first to mention the antagonist in the movie, called the Nothing. The Nothing devours all creation and leaves nothing behind. It is symbolic for the esoteric concept of primitive evil, which is called chaos. Hali, or Aang.
Fire.
Chaos wishes to dismantle all of creation back into the infinite. We learn that these 3 characters are heading east to the Ivory Tower where the Empress lives, the apparent ruler and soul of Fantasia, seeking her help. The east holds much symbolism, some of which include the rising sun, God, Jesus, Horus, light, creation, hope, and birth. The east is also symbolic of the elements of air. We are shown a glimpse of the Ivory Tower, which is lit up with bright light upon a mountain, has a river flowing beside it amongst the lush forest, and is in front of a rising sun. On top of the Ivory Tower, there's 3 touching circles forming a triangle. This represents a multitude of symbolism, such as the Holy Trinity, the first 3 spheres on the Tree of Life, Kether, Chakma, and Banah, the 3 symbolic supports of Freemasonry, and the Father, Mother, and Son. Above the three circles is a fountain inside of a lotus flower. Above the fountain is a rose. This could refer to a form of the rosy cross or the origin of life. The Empress is not only a tarot card representing fertility, femininity, the giver, and the womb of life, but in Fantasia, she is the ultimate ruler of the realm. In the tower, we learn that a hero named Atreyu is on the way to begin his quest to save the Empress who has fallen ill. A young boy dressed in a garb similar to a Native American's and who looks similar to Bastion enters through the crowd. After being laughed at, he finally gains respect and is told he must divest himself of his weapons and company to succeed in his quest. Atreyu represents the conscious observer of the subconscious realms, the astral planes, and dreams. At first separated from Bastion, symbolic of our lack of control over our dreams and the astral, but ultimately we are both Atreyu and Bastion when we understand and gain control. The quest Atreyu embarks on is emblematical of our search for inner wisdom and ultimate union with God. We must do this by ourselves, without any weapons or armor. Atreyu was given a double Ouroboros necklace to guide him on his journey, the same symbol on the cover of the book. Atreyu rides his white horse off through many different landscapes, symbolic of the endless realms of dreams and imagination. At this point, we are introduced to another antagonist, this time a physical being, Gmork, the evil wolf. The wolf is out to kill Atreyu, symbolic of our own fears and limitations. Atreyu, after unsuccessfully searching the landscapes for the cure, dismounts and walks with his horse through the swamp of sadness. The white horse eventually sinks into the swamp and dies, leaving Atreyu by himself. He stumbles upon a large mound in the middle of the swamp of sadness, who is the Ancient One, who holds the knowledge of the cure. The turtle is allergic to the boy and keeps saying, "I don't care about anything, and what's the point of trying?" This allusion is to the parts of our minds or others who are lazy, pessimistic, or weak, or to the branch of philosophic thought which believes life is meaningless. After telling Atreyu the Southern Oracle knows the cure, he then states she is 10,000 miles away, disheartening the boy. The Ancient One submerges and Atreyu continues through the swamp of sadness, draining his energy and eventually sucking him down below the surface. The swamp represents depression, sadness, and the peril of basking in these thoughts, which can literally stop your progression in life and possibly lead to suicide or death. Just as the boy is almost fully submerged, the evil wolf dashes and leaps at him, but instantly the clouds clear and Falkor, the love dragon, swoops down and saves Atreyu. Falkor is silly, intelligent, hopeful, courageous, morally good, and represents both our higher selves and
I see him.
This scene is symbolic of just when we think we have hit rock bottom and there is no hope. Our higher self or inner light emerges and saves us. I believe this scene is emblematical of the death and ascension of the soul, for Atreyu wakes up clean-heeled and cuddled next to Falkor, like a child in his father's arms. Also, Falkor states that he has brought Atreyu 9,891 of the 10,000 miles needed for his quest. That leaves 9, the number of the subconscious, Yesod, and the creation completed. The reason Falkor, or the higher self, did not bring Atreyu all the way to the Southern Oracle was because Atreyu, us, has to complete the journey by himself and pass the test without help. Here we meet two gnomes who live in a cave, a man and his wife named Ingiwook and Urgel. Ingiwook represents the alchemist. His house is full of flasks, potions, books, and alchemical experiments. The gnomes are extremely excited to see Atreyu and instruct him on how to get to the Southern Oracle, who resides in the alley after passing through 2 gates, or tests, successfully. The first test is walking through a narrow corridor in between 2 golden cherubs. One needs self-confidence and courage, otherwise the cherubs open their eyes and shoot at the stranger, killing him. Dead. The cherubs can see directly through one's heart, and we are shown a knight in armor who is killed trying to pass through. Emblematical that even strong physical armor cannot save you if you have a weak heart, or you are fearful. The 2 cherubs and the narrow corridor is the picture on the Moon Tarot card, which is the passageway from the physical life to the higher realms. The 2 cherubs have large wings, each in the shape of a crescent moon, and are also statues on the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible. Atreyu runs into the valley and stops before the 2 cherubs. Ingiwook becomes frightful and doubts him. And even Atreyu begins to fear and doubt himself after seeing the skeleton of a dead warrior. The cherub's eyes begin to open and Atreyu finally gains the inner strength to run through, just missing the bolts from the cherubs. The second test Atreyu must pass is the magic mirror, which reflects the true self and can be very frightful to people who deny parts of their past or certain acts that they have committed. Esoterically, the magic mirror is known as the dweller on the threshold, who is the worst aspects of our personality in demon form. To accept and understand this part of ourselves and merge with it is the only way we can pass through, creating unity from duality. Now, treading through a snowstorm, Atreyu encounters the magic mirror. After looking deep inside, his reflection becomes transparent and he sees Bastion looking back at him. Throughout the movie, effects from Bastion's reality are experienced in Fantasia, and vice versa, hinting at the connection between reality and the subconscious. Bastion is at first scared, but continues reading, and Atreyu walks through the mirror, symbolically merging with Bastion, or in esoteric terms, the consciousness of the physical self is merged with the consciousness of the subconscious realms. Atreyu enters into another narrow passageway with two cherubs like before, except now they are blue and the sun is shining in the far background, and he finds out that the cherubs are the Southern Oracle. They are symbolic of the secrets of our subconsciousness we may discover through union with our physical consciousness. The Southern Oracle tells Atreyu that only a human boy must rename the Empress to save her. After they tell him the secret, they begin disintegrating. At this point, the Nothing has taken over almost all of Fantasia. Falcor takes Atreyu across the realm into the Sea of Possibilities. Falcor loses Atreyu in the storm and he awakens on the island beach amidst the Sea of Possibilities, without his necklace. In the meantime, Falcor is searching for it. The Sea of Possibilities represents Banam, the abyss on the Tree of Life, the consciousness and possibility of
Senator
all.
Blanchard.
The island is symbolic of Kether or Chakma on the Tree of Life. The only way to pass through or
Nicolette,
pass
yes, 1 second.
abyss, and Banam, ego, the all, the spheres, and reform on the other side of the island. This must be done.
Respect. How you feel?
Good.
So, I'll take it easy.
Huh?
I'll take it easy.
That's why I wish we had coconut oil, because I can use coconut oil on it.
Yeah.
I feel kind of dry. Well, I don't know if I'm actually.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm clearly moist because.
I woke up to strawberries and pineapple juice. Oh, I got to drink you. I'll take it easy. So we need a bucket of the coconut. I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's all in the grocery store.
Grocery outlet too.
It doesn't have to be anything special, just coconut, raw coconut. Because you can use it on your hair. Make sure your skin nice and soft.
Soap.
And I can put it on my soap and I can use it on my hair.
Yeah, that's more important. Not good. Yeah, that's.
She was like, "Oh, this is your emergency contact number. I'm glad that you're with this person."
Hey, I'm glad you're with me too. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. teleporter right here. Oh, that's
She was like, oh, we didn't call you on Friday. I just wanted to make sure that you were still coming.
Coming where?
For the training.
Fries?
Yeah. I
So,
still haven't gotten another call back
Google.
She said she had to talk to her team about starting, but...
Well, he'll talk to your team. We got a job, so what the fuck is you talking about? I want to quickly fucking, your team better make decisions and then...
Right.
We gone.
And then she told me that I get paid weekly.
This spot? Fries? That's hot. That's hot. That's good money, hot. That's every week you get to make a new decision. Yes. Every week you get to make a new decision. Oh, I got antimatter. Radiation leak detected. Why am I dying? Oh, because of the K. Yeah, you make a new decision, meaning if you were trading, you could be like, okay, I'm going in for this. Or I've been watching this for a minute. Yeah, you know what it is. Or more recently, I'll say, not more importantly, because it's all the same. The cobalt availability to merchant, meaning purchase products and sell products as quick as you sell them.
Yeah. I'm actually very excited about
what do you say?
Working and getting material ready.
Sweet. Makes you quite the cool bumblebee. Pardon the word, bumblebee. A free bumblebee, absolutely.
What does that mean?
Cause they be getting harvested for their honey. That's
But
like,
you are harvesting your honey.
but that's rape.
That's what you did this morning.
Yeah. See, yeah.
It's all in the comb.
Oh, I had to be. That's yours, and it's delicious. Delicious. Hey, people, see, that's why. Erykah Badu lives in you. You heard? Erykah Badu lives in you. Meaning, I make you the Erykah Badu that I want. Alright? Because I thought, if I would have... So, I make you the Erykah Badu I want. Our life walks are unique. One day at a time. Eternity lasts now. I agree. My time that I need. Not at all. Alright, what do I need? So, a house in Costa Rica. Ooh, I could have a house in Costa Rica and rent it till I get there. I don't have to let something limit me. That is brilliant. I am indeed a genius. That's a tough one. Tell you something you don't know. I shan't. For you know all things. I'm not finna make up something or it's for you to not know, because you know it all. Literally. You are the internet. This is like time with you just telling me the real.
Which is why Falcor is separated from Atreyu at this point. The Nothing is almost completely devoured Fantasia. On the island, Atreyu sees cave drawings of the past, present, and future. This is emblematical of the Akashic Records, a location in the upper realms like a library of all the events, thoughts, and experiences of creation. As Atreyu looks at the drawings, he sees one of the evil wolf. To make things worse, the wolf emerges from the cave behind him. The wolf mocks and threatens Atreyu, but surprisingly gives him some helpful information. The wolf says that he is a servant of the Nothing and helps the Nothing because weak minds are easy to control and dominate. He also informs Atreyu that Fantasia has no boundaries, and that it's made up by people's hopes and imaginations. Then the wolf leaps at Atreyu, but Atreyu stabs him in the heart with a sharp rock, killing him dead. Falcor finds the necklace in the sea and saves Bastion just as the Nothing destroys the island and everything else. Flying through space, Atreyu and Falcor search for the Ivory Tower, and find it floating amidst the ruins. Everyone and everything has been absorbed by the Nothing except the Empress, the Ivory Tower, Atreyu, and Falcor. We meet the Empress for the first time inside her chamber. She is a young girl, adorned with a crown, and her skin looks fair, symbolizing innocence and purity. Her chamber is emblematical of the alchemist's bridal chamber, where the union of male and female take place. The chamber is filled with light, and Falcor waits outside, symbolizing the higher self cannot help at this point. Bastion, in his reality, realizes that he knows the Empress's name and he must call it out to save Fantasia, but hesitates because his father criticized his imagination, symbolic of mainstream belief against esoteric teachings. Once Bastion gets enough courage, he screams out, "Moonchild," the new name of the Empress. After a screen of blackness, the camera zooms out, showing the Empress and Bastion in the dark, and the Empress is holding a glowing grain of sand. This scene is symbolic of the union of male and female producing a child. It also represents the union of conscious and subconscious minds and the great work completed. The Empress says, "In the beginning, it's always dark." The first verse of Genesis should immediately come to the forefront of the mind. She says that in the beginning, only a grain of light is present, and gives it to Bastion. He asks her if the whole journey was worthless, and she responds, "It isn't," and that only through wishing and this tiny grain of sand can the universe be fashioned again. Spiritually, this is emblematical of Purusha, awakening from his slumber and recreating reality through his memory and vision. This emotional scene is the crowning of Prince Tifereth unto the Father's throne, Kether. Bastion is told he has to rebuild Fantasia with his mind, and has unlimited amount of wishes. Next, Bastion riding upon Falcor in the physical world, and they chase the bullies into the same garbage dumpster they threw Bastion into. Bastion has become the esoteric magician, the controller of the elements,
that's me,
creator of reality,
that's me,
consumer of the great work,
that's me,
possessor of the wisdom that thoughts and dreams must begin in the subconscious to manifest in the physical world. Now he can do anything and everything.
Any and everything.
The Never-Ending Story is a classic and invaluable film for both the occultist and average person. The symbolism and storyline is so deep, so insightful, and so entertaining that it can be watched again and again without boredom or complete understanding of the symbolism thereof. I have shown how this film expresses symbolism of the Kabbalah, mystic Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Freemasonry, esoteric spirituality, occultism, psychology, philosophy, death, immortality, alchemy and the great work, consciousness, and subconsciousness. Only through uniting the consciousness and the subconsciousness can we complete the great work, enabling us to become master magicians and completely empowering us to understand and control reality and also our life's path. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am not religious, but I am spiritual. I find myself utterly drawn to ancient knowledge that has been lost over time, and I believe that there cannot be good without evil. But that's another story.
Into that particular side, what is behind all this bull? So I have to deal with some other things that's going on at this particular time also. So bear with me before we go into the real deal mysteries of which I've been dedicated to since January. Is that wrong? Yeah. Oh, we might well cut it on, man. I might say some shit and it might leave me on. Yeah, okay. Well, let me shut up then. Well, you don't want to put the libations on the camera?
We can do that first.
I don't know. It's already on there. I don't know. See, they niggas just like us. You see, and they don't like to be excluded. See, you gotta start thinking of the spiritual realm and sisters walking around here.
Word.
You see what I'm saying? If you exclude them, they exclude your ass when you walk down the street going to that chili machine and you know, somebody bust you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
You see, so you gotta have them as your family members. So basically, they come into the lecture too. You know what I'm saying? So you can't exclude them on nothing like that. No. So they Nick Rose.
Nick Rose.
Okay.
In the spirit realm now.
On camera, we on. You get the right thing. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start it up. So it doesn't have to be on. Well, first of all, he might want to come up and introduce me or whatever type thing, because I'm trying to pinpoint where I am when I'm speaking and all. Because I got a lot of videos out here, and so you want to do the formal introduction, that way they'll know that I'm here in Trenton. You see what I'm saying? Which is very spiritual.
You got it. Yeah.
Well, obviously, first of all, we're here in Trenton. I'm glad to be back here at Ron Books. And also, I have to realize also too that over the course of things, all of the Afrocentric thing that's been going on for the last, let's say, good 10 years, it is now set it up for places like Trenton and smaller places to actually take the reins. Which means is, basically the meetings that we've been having here is actually transcended both Philly, New York, and looking close to those particular places and all, because they understand those are centers of consciousness. So just when they thinking that they got everything lit, boom, the smaller places or the smaller areas of the stuff that's actually having the real deal use. So I can say right now that basically on the East Coast, this is probably the most conscious of all places now. It's right here in Trenton. And based on my travels, because I'm talking about the line of people.
They clapping like they just reinvented in Atlantis.
That's not happening. It's not happening in Atlanta. It's not happening. DC has been dead. It's not in New York.
DC's been dead.
Space now. They can barely get space. And even automatics in them is bouncing around from place to place. So that's real confining. Philadelphia is nothing happening. I mean, I go through Philly, but usually when I go to Philly, I do a house lecture. You see what I'm saying? But it was smoking for a while.
Can I keep it? It's just running. Advanced mining mineral. Advanced mining mineral. Advanced mining mineral. The danger of stand up. Advanced mining. In the dance and the physical, or there could be chemical, or there.
Peace, family. I'm not going to be long. Just wanted to give you an update on some things going on, what I got coming up. I got some of the metaphysical masters coming over to my Patreon channel with their own their monthly shows, and Brother Panic will be having a monthly program on Patreon that's going to be absolutely dynamic. Yeah, it's going to be some things you can utilize in your everyday life. Also, Eileen Bay has a monthly program now on Patreon. In fact, we're getting ready to get into an Eileen Bay video that's absolutely amazing, man. This is a 5-hour presentation. I'm gonna be honest with you, this one right here, this is one of the most thorough presentations I've ever seen from Eileen L. Bay, Dr. Eileen L. Because it's on the Patreon channel, but because of the information, it's a slide presentation, and if you got melanin, and if you
the Phoenician by 7 branches candlesticks, the menorah, or the 7 flame altar linked to form melanin, which has black hole properties. Your melanosomes have black hole properties.
This light force, this God force.
You want to finish that? You want to watch that? Finish that? Or I'm looking for let me not get too far off from where she has history. Oh, here we go. Netflix. Wait, let me see his. His War of the American God on Netflix. That's on Amazon. You know what? Let me dig within myself, and I know that I wanted to see Dune full movie free. That was the movie where she was talking about. Before I forget. Yep, there it is. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna put it on a chair. Like some knots that you can chew, swallow. That come from bags. What about six?
You said that so quick, like you didn't want me to say yes to any other time.
Just you read the case. It was implied of the other nuts. I have to be impeccable with my words.
Because it is here, and only here, where spice is found. The spice. Without it, there is no commerce of empire. There is no civilization. Arrakis. Gene. Holy spice. Greatest treasure in the universe. And he who controls it controls our destiny.
Our society is a tangled web of competing forces. Our civilization rests upon a political tripod, the most unstable of structures. An eccentric balance of power exists between the Emperor and the Congress of Royal Houses and the supposedly impartial Spacing Guild with its invulnerable monopoly on interstellar transport. Complicated by feudal trading sultans.
You would be disappointed. Never easy. Think of this as a new adventure. The adventure of a lifetime.
You call this an adventure? Leaving our home for some dry speck of dust in the middle of nowhere?
Would you decide? Have to this responsibility.
Could I ever forget? Every day I have to take responsibility for breakfast. You eat for dinner.
Sarcasm doesn't become me.
I just want to see my father.
So do I. Redwood and Mama are right. So what to see before you depart for that?
You have given him your face to see. But the father has given him his heart.
And his courage.
Shall see. Come here, boy. Let me have a better look at you.
If you know what's good for me, you'll do as I say.
Heard your sword? Sword?
I'm not going to stop you.
Say what?
Well, that...
That's something super pussy. There's something good that happens when you sword and you take it. You get extra powers.
Since when is it permitted to treat the Lady Jessica as a common servant?
She was a common servant. My servant. I got her too. Only she was 16. And your father took her. I'd like to hear about your dreams.
Just dreams.
About what? Why don't you tell me?
Do you know what this is? but you have much to learn. He survived.
You should have warned me. He was forbidden.
I'm sorry, Paul. You were supposed to have a daughter. I'm hopelessly complicated, that was. And Atreides' daughter would have been wed to Harkonnen heir. The feud between the houses could have been ended. My Duke wanted a son. Oh, you arrogant girl. Putting his desires above our interests. How dare you turn your back on centuries of our breeding programs? I'll pay for my mistakes, and your son will pay for you. Do what you can. He may be worth saving, but for the father of nothing.
Good thing you don't play your battle sense bad things you fight for. It's too bad Duncan isn't here. Then I could get a real workout. Never submit to anger. Fast defense, slower attack. Got your first principle. Look down, man. Would you like to sing soprano next time I play? Guess I'm just not in the mood today. Not in the mood? Mood is a thing for cats and women, young pup. Mood is not for fighting. Even with the weird ways your mother teaches you.
Is that old Bene Gesserit witch? Something we need to know. What did?
Forced the priest